Hey guys, so this is my first YouTube live stream video, and I figured I would do it on something that I know a little bit about. Basically, what I um want to talk to you guys today about um the Little Giant egg incubator. I've used it a couple of times for chicken eggs. Now I had it for um like other kind of bird eggs, maybe turkey or quail. I do want to try it for turkey, but I have yet to do that. But I have used it for incubating chicken eggs, and there's a couple of good things and a couple of like not so good things. So it's pretty decent. Um, the first time that I used it, I noticed at first that the there's like a digital display that'll tell you how you set the temperature for incubating chicken eggs, and that display would tell me that it was one temperature inside of the incubator, but I had like a little um hold on, I'll show it to you. A little thing like this. It basically tells me the humidity and the temperature inside, and it'll keep track of your high and your low. Um, about 3 or 4 degrees, which isn't, it doesn't sound huge, but if you're trying to incubate eggs, you want it as close to accurate as possible. So that was one of the downfalls that I seen in there. Um, another another downside was that the display doesn't show you what your humidity is. And the humidity is really important when incubating eggs too, because if you don't have it at the proper humidity, if it's like too dry in there, the inside of the egg sac when they go to hatch, like the moisture's forever coming out of the egg and letting air in. So if you don't have the correct humidity, essentially the chicken is going to, I guess, more or less shrink wrap inside of the egg, which is really, really sad. So you'd want to know what your humidity was in there. So that's one of the things that I think that the Little Giant incubator could use would be something to tell your humidity. Now it could just be the temperature, the temperature issues. I guess not really so much issues, but the difference in the temperature, it could have something to do with my location and where I've got the um where I had the incubator set up. Um but so far that's really the only negative thing that I've seen. The really, I guess, okay thing is it doesn't come with like an egg turner. I don't think a lot of them do, but you can buy a turner separately. You can buy um a forced air too. This one is just, it's a still air incubator, which means it doesn't have the air circulating through, but you can get an additional part to make it the forced air. So that's okay. Like it's good if you are maybe doing this as a hobby, but maybe not so much if you're wanting to you know, do this as a job. Um I did do, so far I've hatched out three 3 batches of eggs. The first time, um, I had a really, really high hatch rate. Like, I think I only had 2 out of 12 that didn't hatch. Um, and I had gotten those eggs from somebody in one of the homestead groups online, and that went pretty well. They were mixed breed eggs, so they weren't just like specifically one type of chicken. The second time that I um, hatched out eggs, that went even better, but I only had hatched out 6 because I didn't want as many chickens this time. And this time I hatched out, um, I only hatched out, I'm sorry, I hatched out 4. I had 2 Polish and Silky Cross mix, and then I hatched out 2 just straight Polish. And so far, those have been like really, really, really good. Um, and then the third time was not as good. Um, I had put in 6 eggs, and I only got 1 to hatch, which I'm not so certain as to what's going on. I do know that it's been getting closer to, or it was getting close to their molt, and it's been kind of rainy here in Florida. So I don't know, maybe that had something to do with um, the eggs or the quality of said eggs. But um, I mean, I really wouldn't hold that to the incubator, seeing as though the incubator, like the temperature stayed. With this one, I do like to take and cover the incubator with like a light blanket or a towel or something to um help keep the temperature. Like, it is made out of styrofoam and plastic, so um it does keep pretty well, like the temperature, but um again, it is Florida. We're prone to like really bad weather at the blink of an eye, like all the times hurricane season pretty much. Um so like I cover it just in case, say, we lose power, um because it's possible, and it does um help keep it from losing your temperature. All in all, though, I would say that it's a pretty good beginner incubator. It's not too fancy. It's like pretty basic. Um, but it will do the job if you know how to, um, I guess, how to get it there. If you use like a little indoor thermometer like I showed you. I got that at Walmart for like what, $8, and it tells me the temperature and it tells me the humidity, which are very, very important for hatching chickens out. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Hope that it was informative. If you have any questions or any suggestions, let me know.